Greetings, this is Raquel Morrison. Today I'm going to be giving you a summary. The chapter talks about Paul's upbringing, his birth, how he is a Roman citizen of Tarsus, how he goes by Paul of Tarsus before before his conversion, but he is educated by someone in Jerusalem by the name of Gamaliel the first, the elder, who educated him through the knowledge of the Judaism and Jewish scriptures. The chapter also talks about Paul's moments of disbelief when he didn't know who Jesus was or the movement of Jesus, how it didn't really discuss, how he, persecuted the followers, but it did touch on that slightly a little bit, how he encountered certain people because he thought that the law was the law and he thought that the people were being disobedient to the law and it was blasphemy until he encountered Jesus on the road to Damascus. My favorite part is once Paul met Jesus and, he understood who he was and why he came, and he had to change his life completely. It was the moment that Paul became bold and he went straight for it, proclaiming the good news. He didn't hesitate. He didn't think twice. He entered the synagogues. He entered, cities where he wanted to, preach and go on missions, and met people like Mark and John and Barnabas. It also discussed the situation when Peter didn't want to eat with kosher foods with the Gentiles, and Paul felt like that wasn't, somewhat right. So they had like a minor disagreement about that situation, and also him and James trying to understand with the Galatians. So overall, the chapter was a great chapter. I really enjoyed learning more about Paul and Paul will always be one of the most important people that went out and just did an amazing job with the gospel. Just from the moment, even though he persecuted us, but I feel like he had to go through that, that moment to realize that, God gave him a revelation. Jesus, revealed to him that I'm the one you're persecuting. And after that, that just changed his life. And he became the most bold person that I will ever know. And I admired him. I admired his boldness. And he did not back down for not one moment. Even when he was in prison, he did not stop preaching the good news. And my only opinion about the chapter itself, I just wish it would have related more on, the conversion. I know it wasn't talked about mostly, but I just wish it would have touched on that and the persecution that the Christians went through.